Hello guys, today we're going to be looking at a video where all of the where every single country forms its empire. Some white land that they might claim. And let's see for all the surprises. And I did Asian Union, and then I made hold on, I forgot. I was gonna add this, but then like one day I just gave up on it. Right there. Okay, the Baltic Empire is what I added. It's not real. I don't know why I didn't add Qing Dynasty, but it's probably like, yeah. And I made them have this island. I wonder why it's not colored in all the way. Okay, but anyways, let's get into this. So the first thing that will happen is down here. Okay, so Austria will take land from. We'll take. Okay, only one pixel. No, we'll take land from Germany. And they basically have it. So they now own it. Over here in the Asian Union. Now, next thing that will happen is the Spanish Empire. The Spanish Empire will invade Guyana from the British Empire. As it started off going well, until all of a sudden the British fight for their land to come back. And then they start somehow pushing into it. Can you make two sides? Wait, no, I'm not. Okay, all empires are gonna fight against each other. This is Alaska's the weakest. Okay, not letting you. Okay, but the Spanish Empire will start invading into this country. No, this is not the French. The French will get their land. I'm doing fans from like the First Empire and the Second Empire. They formed the empire right after it collapsed. The Napoleonic France. Alright, they come into here. Well, the Spanish come into here. And then the British, they all come in here. Capturing lots of land in Alaska. I just wanted to like make Alaska with like a little empire. I'm not wanting to add it to the Asian Union. That'd be weird. It used to be part of Asia, but they have extremely different cultures, so continents really started in 1915, which is a long time. As this they capture, now Alaska goes to a surrender, the first surrendering country. So basically, I have to turn it all the way up. Spain will be owning all this land. So see that right there. Some of the next land. Spain will get probably about like this much land. Well, the UK, no, they did not do that. Gets the rest. And I'm sorry if Canada looks a little bad. It just like, it was like really late when I do this. And like not at 10, probably past that. so I'm sorry if like it bothers you all, but yeah. And plus I did not do this right. Now it's okay. I'm sorry guys, that was just me drinking. But anyway, now it's the first colonizing. The Spain takes in charge of like Italy. I'm gonna make like episodes of this. The Asian Union over here. The yellow people, they take all this land. Basically, the Ottomans take all this land, not the people. Okay. Really gotten a little more bigger. And then over here, they take some land. Catching up with the Italians. Guys, can you guess what they do? What the Ottomans are going to do with the Italians, basically Spanish people? Well, if you are right, then that means that they're fighting. Alright, so the first thing that's going to happen is Spain is first going to push back. Okay. But then the Ottomans get a hold of their land while getting other land. And they cut the Spanish soldiers off, killing all of them, which made Spain get a lot weaker. Like, it was probably like second, third, because of what the Ottomans did. And then they start like, maybe a little more light. Okay. So and then alright, so the Spanish surrender over having all that area. But going to the Asian Union, the Asian Union declares a war on Turkey. And like, since it's unfair, I'm gonna make the Ottomans be stronger. Okay, really good, but it's just like, okay. And they connected up with their land, trying to cut them off. But then the Ottomans, okay. And they keep trying to do that until the Ottomans say goodbye and cut them off. That was such a surprise, and then that made a huge downshaft of Russia. And then they start gaining their land that they had. That was the same skill that they did towards the Italians. If they cut them off. Okay, that was just me drinking again. Anyways, back to it. This is really wacky border, so I'm sorry, but the German Empire. I know I'm gonna make it Germany. I'll just cut Germany. I'm not gonna make the Germany. I'm going to make the German Empire to like spread it around the world more. With capture Danish, basically about like get the southern tip of Sweden, and then also get the southern tip of Finland and connect that. Alright, we're gonna come back to Germany later. Right next to them, the Austrians, the Baltics, they come over here into here. And then border, the Asians like, maybe like the fifth strongest compared to its land. The land, it's probably the strongest. Okay, finally from that. Alright, the Ottomans, they come from both sides. and they connect up with each other, get all this land. And they basically claim that all of that is theirs. Well, back over here where the Russians stole Ottoman's land, they wanted revenge and started attacking back on them. The Ottomans are really powerful. But they're probably like for seconds. And then they're gonna come back to you later, Ottomans. But you did a pretty good job on taking Russian land. From like a decade. Pretty much a decade. That's how long this was up to be. All over here. Over here. I should have done this at the start of the video. They just like stole that land. But then the British land exactly at that spot once again. The British was like, hey, how dare you? So, why's the land not working? Okay, I'm sorry about that, guys. And then the Britishers, those people took more land than before. They even come down into here. I'm pretty sure it was like right there and not right there. So I'm so sorry, guys, but I just got confused. So they come over here. Okay. Pull over here in the Caribbean. No, I did not want you talking in my video again. Okay? What are you even trying to say? Well, okay, but anyway. They make a landing in Florida.
We can watch the radar. It looks like it's going to miss us. You sleep on what?
Alright guys, there's a storm coming right towards where I am. It's like I might have to end that video. This is like, they have whole Florida and they keep going further and further. Well, up here they come over here. Austrians are really powerful because they're really small, like the smallest empire at risk. I don't keep calling them the Austrians, even though I don't know they're Baltics. Tell me if, like, I say Austrians, but I never seen their mind on Baltics. Yeah, let's get it going. Do you think that the storm's gonna hit us?
There's a small chance it might.
It's looking like it will. Okay, but anyways. Yeah, okay. Alright guys, so they claim Sri Lanka, I forgot to get that when I was trying to make it. But they already had it, so it's not bad. I wanted to form an Indian empire, but the Britishers were already rolling it too bad, so sad. Over here, closer to Greece, over here. Greekans, are you sure about this? But the Greekans declare independence. It's the same thing with Israel. Well, they declared independence and had like this land, and then they slowly got their handle like this. They are here to like end it, and then Spanish people said yes, let's attack on them also. They're never, and they're busy fighting over there, not Italian, so they finally sent some forces, but not enough to beat the Spanish. Well, the Greekans, they push up still, trying to form that Banazian. I possibly don't know, but I know it's an empire. In fact, they made it. It went like all the way to right here. Duh. Oh, so yeah, that. Oh, yes. Alright. Alright, so anyways, they cut them off, and then it makes a huge loop and then they can come down here, and then lots of their forces are right here, and they're both our allies. So this is the first allies in the War of Empires. And when they just give up and give it to the Spanish. They just give up to the Spanish. What is that? Okay. As I continue. Their capital's like right there. It used to be right there, but then they changed the capital. You get this empire? They're gonna go up here. Claim to attack the capital, and then this makes a huge advance for Russia. As I'm too lazy to make them fight, so that's all the land that they're gonna take. Maybe even more. I keep getting really close to thunder. Alrighty guys, that's the end of this video. I hope you enjoyed. We'll see you next time. Goodbye.